I remember dealing with one case very close to here at Wapping, where a pleasure boat was going along. A chap had too much to drink, was showing off to his friend and girlfriends, and decided to jump out of the window of the boat into the river. Unfortunately, he was a very, very poor swimmer. His friend jumped in afterwards to try and save him, and the police boats responded very quickly from Wapping Pier because it was so close by, and he was recovered. Unfortunately, the friend who jumped in to save him wasn't found alive. He died.
There must have been times when you were pretty emotional about what you saw and what you found.
Yes, it does get emotional. We dealt with one very elderly lady once up at Wandsworth. We had a call to a lady in the water, and we got there and we found her in a night dress. She'd only been in a matter of a few short minutes, but she still had a hospital tag on. She'd come straight out of the hospital and just decided to end it all. The fact of the matter is, up until quite recently, illegitimate births were a huge social stigma. But what I'm going to read you now are probably related to that very problem. And this goes back over 100 years. September the 25th, 1894. I was called by George Godwin of 25 Kandahar Road, Battersea, master of the barge Edward Owen Miller, who gave me the head of a newly born child found in the Thames off Victoria Gardens, which was conveyed to Westminster Mortuary. But coming back to the 1950s, when I took over the job here in the museum, I read one particular account of a PC. And one story he particularly tells is of a young girl. She found out she was expecting a baby, and her father said, "Don't worry, we will have the baby adopted as soon as it was born." So she was spirited away till the baby was born. Then when it was born, the father said, well, I'll take the baby away straight away and have it adopted, and he threw it straight in the river. Unfortunately, he couldn't have been the brightest of chaps because he left the baby's hospital tag still on, so when the baby was recovered, it was identified, and he was charged with murder. When I came down here in 1988, we were dealing with about one death in the river per week, so we were running at a total of about 50 a year, give or take. Each year the figure was fairly constant. Nowadays, thankfully, the number is a lot less. Instead of running at one a week, we're running at about one a month. So here, coming towards midway through May, the current total is seven for the year. I suspect the main reason why the figures have gone down so dramatically is very simply due to one of these, the mobile phone. In days gone by, if you saw somebody perhaps on a bridge behaving suspiciously you thought might jump in, then you would have to go to a public phone box, one that worked, one that hadn't been vandalised, and dial 999 and then return to the scene. Nowadays, you open your phone, you press a button and you're through. Now we've got faster boats on the river, the RNLI are over on the river with their launches, and the river is a much safer place now.